Good afternoon, One Team Active. I'm Anna Earl, and here's a really short little input on what to eat before and after exercising. I'm going to be glancing just a tiny bit off camera here because I've just got a few notes to refer to. Okay, so what can you eat to maximise your energy, fitness and health while supporting weight management too? So it's really important to have sufficient energy when exercising. Otherwise, you can feel lightheaded and dizzy, which can also put you at greater risk of injury. If weight loss is part of your health goal, then you don't need to carb load before your activity. But carbohydrates are our main source of energy. So a good quality pre-activity source might be a banana, a smoothie, a slice of wholemeal toast with some peanut butter, and the oat-based energy balls from our second cook-along would also be a good option. Or just a handful of trail mix, which you can make up quite cheaply yourself with getting some almonds, some dried cranberries, pumpkin seeds. They can be quite expensive to buy in the little tiny bags in the supermarket, but if you bulk buy, Aldi and Lidl do some quite good offers on buying individual things. And then you can just add them all into a big tub to make up your own trail mix, and maybe some little dark chocolate little pieces as well, if you want to just add in that little bit of sweetness but without going high sugar, and for a bit of energy. So you can keep a small tub of this in the car or in your sports bag if you find it hard to get home and then wait for a meal to heat up before needing to eat something. So you might be less likely to then pull into a petrol station and pick up a little bar of chocolate or something. So if you're exercising to the weekly recommendations of about 150 minutes, so that's 2.5 hours per week of moderate exercise, and that can include things like mowing the lawn and hiking, or 75 minutes, so 1.25 hours of more intense exercising, plus 2 strengthening sessions per week. I'll share a link with examples of those activities included in each of those categories, which you may already be familiar with from the programme's physical trainers. So then post-exercise, this is the time when healthy meal and snack planning comes into fruition. If you're returning late from a class, perhaps straight from work, the last thing you want to do now is to start cooking a healthy meal from scratch, particularly if you pass tempting fast food outlets on your way home and you're really hungry. It's going to be much easier to resist if you can focus on that lovingly prepared chili and guacamole that you've left in the fridge at home. So again, you'll need to replenish your energy levels with some healthy carbs, so your whole grains, your brown rice and pasta, some vegetables, nuts and seeds, as well as some protein for your muscle repair. You don't need to go crazy with protein portion sizes, particularly if you're already including a portion with each meal. And you don't have to go mad with protein powders either. You don't need to be tucking into a big 10-ounce steak after a session at the gym. About a palm-sized amount is generally the recommendation of whatever protein source you're including. And again, I'll share a really useful table after this that gives you the different amounts of protein in different foods. I'll add that as a resource to the Facebook page. So if you're thinking about protein powders, unless you're really hitting the level of endurance training, you generally can get sufficient protein from your food. So a 20-gram scoop of whey protein powder is equivalent to about half a chicken breast or a small can of tuna. And with those real foods, you're also going to get those extra nutrients that come with them. So your healthy fats, your vitamins, minerals, and so on, not just that scoop of protein. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you've got your variety of protein foods, which you need to include that whole variety to get the complete protein spectrum, such as your beans, your nuts, seeds, tofu, and yogurt if you eat dairy. Hydration is also key, so replenishing fluids lost from sweating. And again, you don't need to go for the sports drinks, which can be high in sugar and may also contain caffeine, which might affect your sleep if you're having this later on in the day, or before sleep if you've been on nights. So if your muscles are really aching, you can create your own cheaper version of an energy drink with a little bit of squash containing sugar rather than the sweeteners, and a pinch of sea salt to rebalance your electrolytes. But that can just be to replenish your muscles if you've done a really good training session or a good long run or something like that, and you really feel that you need to replenish the electrolytes in your muscles. So I'll share a link to you from the British Nutrition Foundation's Nutrition for Sports and Exercise page, which I hope will be helpful. I hope that's useful. If you've got any questions in relation to before or after exercising and what to eat, anything further, pop a question in the chat box and I'll aim to answer that for you. Okay, thanks very much for checking in, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you. Bye.